Welcome back to another episode of the DVO show with me, DVO Derek Van Otten. Thank you for coming along on a new episode. Appreciate it. On this week's topic, I'm talking about finding your passion. What are you passionate about? I have a lot of friends who are at an age now where their kids are moving out, going to college or moving out on their own, going out into the business world, into the working field. And now my friends are thinking, what do I want to do with myself? I spent so much time, so much energy invested in these kids, and now these kids are now adults and doing their own thing. And what should I do? What can I be doing? What am I passionate about? What hobbies am I interested in? And so that's why I want to talk about this episode. I'm just seeing a lot of my friends going through that. Also seeing my wife go through that. I don't know if she'll listen to this episode or not, but my wife is going through a little bit of that as well. Our oldest has moved out not too long ago, and we've got a little one. And, you know, she just is kind of feeling like it's time for her to do what she wants to do in a way to build a business. And I get that, and I support that. The problem is what, right? What are you passionate about? Or what can she become passionate about? I believe that's something as well that can happen, because you've heard the phrase, do your passions, do what you're passionate about, and you'll feel like you never work a day in your life. And I actually don't believe that's true. I do think there might be some instances or some circumstances that could be there, that could happen. But I think, you do something, it does at times become work. And I can even put air quotes on that. It becomes work. I can see that happening. I've seen it happen where they think they love it, and then it's like, okay, I do this day in, day out. People need me to do this, and it just gets annoying, and it becomes work. And so I also believe that you can do something that you never thought of before and then become passionate about it. And it just makes work feel good. Because sometimes maybe your passions might not necessarily pay the bills the way you'd like, but you can find something that you can become passionate about as well. How do you find these things? How do you know what you want to do? Or what do you want to be? How do you find these things out? And honestly, it's just about sampling. It's just trying things. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know until you try it. And I think it might be easier to do these experiments when you're younger. I think when you get to a certain age, it gets a little harder to invest time and energy into something. I do think it's better when you are younger. So if you have maybe college students, if you have some kids that are still in school, tell them to try different things, try different sports, try different activities, try different events, go to different things, open their mind up, because you might find something that you become passionate about. I started a business a few years ago, and it was basically to complement another business that I have, and it was a service industry, and I was going to do all these different services, and one of the services I became passionate about, and I dropped all the other services. And I only focused on one service. And in fact, that one service has been one of my biggest companies that I've created. And I had no idea that I became so passionate about that industry, about that service. I have a podcast about it. I get asked to speak at different engagements about it. I have random people have me on YouTube and other podcasts about it as well. And I had no idea it would go the way it did, because it was supposed to be just a side business, just to complement one of my other businesses. And I've become passionate about it. I never thought that it would be something I'd become passionate about. But it's because I tried, right? I didn't know what I didn't know until I tried. So right now, my wife is thinking, she's rattling off all these different businesses that she's interested in starting right now. And I'm not doing a lot of commenting right now. I'm just kind of letting her work these things out. I just kind of ask her some questions like, what do you see yourself doing with that? What do you see? What's your vision for the future on this? Basically the same questions I ask my clients when they come to me for coaching advice on business coaching and career coaching. So it's the same type of stuff I ask my clients there. I was asking my wife, just kind of nonchalantly, asking her questions. But really, the answer is you can't find out what you're passionate about until you start sampling different things. Now, yes, it might be harder for her in her 40s to try a lot of different things at this point, and maybe that is why she's going through this period, because she feels like I am in my 40s and I'm not at a midlife crisis yet, but I feel like maybe she feels like she's at a point where she needs to find value in herself. And that's what also a thing I believe people need to do is, where do you feel you are valued? Where do you feel like you fit in into like a niche that you can provide great service or product to the masses, to the population? I do think a lot of us go through a phase of that, of where can I be of value to the world? And that's a good question to have. That's definitely a good question to have, and ask yourself, where do you bring value in this world? What can you do to feel valued, where people like, thank you for this service, thank you for this product, we appreciate it, we love it. I mean, those things feel good. I get that. I totally get that. And so I want you to experience something like that as well. Find your passion. Find something you're passionate about. It can be a hobby. That's okay. Maybe there's a hobby you have. I have a friend. I don't know where she's going with this yet, but she is learning to wire stones. Basically, have you ever seen like a necklace and there's, it's wired on like the stone, like the gemstone, whatever kind of stone or crystal it is. There's a wire around it, and it could be different things. I hope you know what I'm talking about. But she is doing amazing stuff. This has just kind of happened to her recently, and I actually had her do a custom piece for me. I've had a picture recently of me wearing this stone, but it's basically, I got an amethyst stone. All right, I got it at a convention, and I was just talking to some people that I knew there, and they were just like, I think you need to get this stone, this amethyst stone. I feel like it's kind of calling your name. And I was just kind of holding it and feeling it. And it kind of had a vibration to it, like an energy to it. It was kind of cool. And I was like, I love the amethyst stone. It's purple, if you didn't know. Amethyst is purple, which is one of my favorite colors. Blue and purple are my favorite colors. And my wife's birthstone is purple. I'm like, this is pretty significant. I love this stone. And then I see my friend Sophia, she's doing all these different wires. And I've been thinking about learning it myself to make a custom necklace out of this amethyst that I've had it for a few years. And I've just seen her posting these things recently that she's been wiring. And I just said, hey, could you do this for me? And she was like, yeah, I'd love to do it. And in fact, I've been wanting to try some masculine type of wiring, some styles. I've been wanting to do it. And if you don't mind me experimenting on your stone, I'm like, no, go for it. And she made this custom stone for me. I bought a chain for it, and I wear it. And I get so many compliments on it. It's such a beautiful stone. It's beautifully wired by my friend. And I don't know where she's going with this. If she's going to start a company where she's going to be wiring and making different things. But it's something that she's really into right now. And I bet she never thought of this a couple years ago. It's because she sampled something. I don't know what. I don't know how it started. But something started in her where she started doing this. It became a passion for her. And so you should find your passions. And how do you find your passions? You don't know until you sample. Maybe there's something you're already passionate about. Maybe you love golf. And you're thinking, oh, I would love to caddy. I would love to teach lessons. And maybe you would love that. Who knows? Maybe you might try it out. Try it out. You might find out that you do love it. You love coaching people. You love training people. You love caddying for professionals. Or you might find out, nope, I don't like doing this. I just like to do this as my hobby, and I'm going to stick with it as just my hobby. That's totally fine as well. But, you won't know until you try, until you sample. So, like, my wife's going through it, and she has all these different business ideas. And I don't know where she'll go with it. All I know is I have to support her, she's supported me in all my business ventures. A lot of them have worked out great. A lot of them haven't. So she supported me. She's backed me. So I need to back her. But who knows, right? Because it could be a big endeavor. It could be a small endeavor. Most of my businesses have started off on a small endeavors and have scaled. I think she wants to go big right away. So might have to have a few more discussions about it. But she won't know until she tries. right? She won't know what she's capable of until she tried. But what I admire is she's willing to risk. She's willing to bet on herself, which I talk a lot about, is betting on yourself, because sometimes no one else is going to bet on you. And you should bet on yourself and prove them that you were right. Prove to them you're right. And that's what she might need to do. Just bet on herself. Try something out. See how she likes it. Maybe start small, grow it. I don't know, right? And so I see a lot of my friends going through this. Like, what should I be doing right now? I don't know. I'm an empty nester. And I feel like I want to do different things. Maybe traveling, maybe vlogging. I personally I'm on a Disney kick right now. I've got all these plans. We've recently went to Disney. You've seen my post. If you follow me, I've posted about it. We're going again this December, probably for my birthday. Who knows? We're going to take a Disney cruise next year. We're going to go to Disney Aulani in Hawaii the following year. That's our plan. That's what we're talking about. It's fun for me. Like I said, I'm living vicariously through my 3-year-old. I'm telling our oldest one, like, hey, save your money, plan. We're going to go on we have these great Disney trips planned. She loves Disney, so she's all about it too. I'm even thinking, do I want to start a Disney vlog or podcast? I don't, but it might be fun, but I probably won't. I'll just post about it. Anyway, I want you to find your passions. What are you passionate about? Find something that you can be passionate about. Maybe it can be your new career. Maybe if you just have a job that you're just, you just deal with, but maybe you can find your passion, turn that into a career for you. I'd love for you to be happy doing what you're doing. So find your passion. What are you passionate about? Maybe maybe you can find your passions and just turn that into nice hobbies that just entertain you. And that's okay too. But finding your passions, I think, are important. To find things that you're passionate about, because it brings life to life. Because you're happy, you're excited, you have passion. Passion is more extreme, right? Than like love is a more extreme of like. And passion is a more extreme of either happiness or hobby. Passion. When I watch people that are passionate, I get excited. For example, I watch maybe like cooking shows. And I see like a professional chef, and I can see that they're so passionate about their craft. And they're explaining things to these new cooks. I get into these shows. When I hear, it could be a topic that I don't even care about. It could be a topic that I'm not that even interested in. But when I hear someone talking with conviction and passion, I'm sucked into the conversation. I want to hear everything they're saying because I can see that they're passionate about it, and I love it, and I get kind of reeled in. In fact, when I do like sales presentations, I definitely want to show my passion, because I think they might see me as just someone coming in to do a sales pitch, but then they see my passion and excitement, and it kind of reels them in, like, oh, this guy's excited about this. All right, I want to hear what he has to say. And they feed off my energy, and I feed off the people's energy when I see someone that's passionate about something. So I want you to find your passion and have a strong feeling of excitement and love for it. And that will bring you a bigger excitement about life. Because if you're passionate about something, it just brings more life to life. Hope that makes sense. Hope you find your passion. Share with me what your passions are, or that you get excited about, and see if I can help you with it. Talk to you in the next episode. Bye.